Hey everyone, welcome to Area 616. So, after a good 2 years of not being able to get any real TV shows off the ground, this morning Marvel announced 4 new series at Hulu. But they're definitely not what we were expecting. Today, Marvel announced a new adult animation shared universe with 4 separate shows and 1 special limited series. Sounds familiar, right? The whole thing seems to be kind of a parody of the Marvel Netflix deal. So, today I'll be going over each of these shows and what we know about them, and then my own personal thoughts about them and this deal as a whole, and where I could see this going in the future. But the first series of the group is M.O.D.O.K. Unlike the others, M.O.D.O.K is not a hero. In fact, he's primarily a villain and will be so in the series. According to the description, it will follow him as a supervillain struggling to maintain control over his evil organization, aka AIM, and his demanding family. With that bit, I'm guessing that they're talking about some of the other M.O.D.O.Ks in the comics because, oh yes, there are others. M.O.D.A.M, the she M.O.D.O.K, M.O.D.O.K, the other M.O.D.O.K, which is surprisingly not a dog. There's M.O.D.O.K, a more recent one, which is like a sorcerer M.O.D.O.K, and finally M.O.D.O.T, who's only designed for talking. I'll be honest, I'm not sure that I am, or ever will be, emotionally prepared for an entire series about a bunch of floating heads working out their frustrations with each other, but let me tell you, I'll definitely be watching it. I'd love it if AIM had a more mundane, day-to-day feel to it in the series, like it was trying to be a super cool evil organization, but let's face it, it's no Hydra. Like, M.O.D.O.K is trying really hard to be this big, bad supervillain, but he's so dumb-looking no one, including his own family, takes him seriously. That'd be pretty great. Currently, the series is being produced by Jordan Blum and Patton Oswalt. Blum has worked on the likes of American Dad and Community. Personally, I think Oswalt would be a great choice to voice M.O.D.O.K himself, and hopefully he will. Next is HitMonkey. Described as a tale of a wronged Japanese snow monkey mentored by the ghost of an American assassin as he cuts a wide swath through the Tokyo underworld in this darkly cinematic and brutally funny revenge saga. Now, I'm actually really excited for this. The premise sounds pretty great. I'm all for a series about a monkey assassin vigilante. That's just my kind of weird. We'll probably get a Japanese voice actor for him. I don't have any personal casts, but if you guys do, let me know in the comments. This character actually has some ties to Deadpool, who I get the feeling is on the back burner for Marvel and Hulu. I imagine General Kato, the man responsible for the crime, will be HitMonkey's target in the first season. Josh Gordon and Will Speck are currently attached to produce. They've worked on the likes of Office Christmas Party, Blades of Glory, etc. And now we have Tigra and Dazzler. Produced by comedian Chelsea Handler and writer Erica Rivenoja, who's worked on the likes of South Park and Last Man on Earth. The series will follow Tigra and Dazzler, 2 woke superheroes and best friends, as they fight for recognition among the powered people who make up the 8 million stories in Los Angeles. This one's a bit weird, just because these 2 feel a little out of place among this group. Among 2 talking animals and a giant floating head, these 2 seem relatively normal. And considering one of them is a cat person, that's saying a lot. I'm not against it though. Tigra is so rarely used these days, it's kinda nice to see her get a title role. I'd love to see Wonder Man show up here. I think he'd be perfect for this series. Also, fun side note, this is one of the few real crossovers between Marvel Studios and X-Men characters. I wonder how much they'll lean into Dazzler's mutant heritage here. Also, another side note, Dazzler kind of looks like Colleen Wing to me, or at least in the comics. Am I crazy? Next up is probably my personally most anticipated of the group, Howard the Duck. Trapped in a world he never made, America's favorite fighting fowl hopes to return home with the help of his unstoppable gal pal, Beverly, before the evil Dr. Bong can turn him into the crispiest dish on the menu. Producing this series is Kevin Smith and Dave Willis, the team behind Aqua Teen Hunger Force on Adult Swim. I'm most familiar with Howard the Duck of the group, and I've actually wanted something for him for a while now. Done right, I think this has the potential to be a great series, as long as they draw a good bit from Chip Zdarsky's run on the character. But Seth Green definitely needs to return to voice him here. And hey, bring back Leia Thompson while you're at it. Why not? She recently tried to pitch a new Howard the Duck movie to Marvel Studios. No joke, so maybe they pointed her in this direction. Although I've gotta say, I'm interested to see how they portray the relationship between Howard and Beverly. Because let's just say it's a little weird. But finally, The Offenders. This will see M.O.D.O.K, HitMonkey, Tigra, Dazzler, and Howard the Duck forced to team up to save the world and certain parts of the universe. What kind of threats they'll be going up against, who knows? They're all so different from each other, there's not really any connecting threads, so I imagine it'll be something completely unexpected like the Headman or Fin Fang Foom. Whatever it is, it has to be big enough to get a supervillain, 2 superheroes, a monkey assassin, and a duck detective to team up to stop it. It's set to be produced by Marvel TV head Jeff Loeb himself. He's written a few Marvel comics in the past, so going by this, we could either get a Spider-Man Blue or an Ultimatum. It's a pretty wide range. This team-up one kind of threw me off. My feelings for all of these shows can be summed up as okay, I guess. Personally, I'm not a fan of the animation style we see in this picture. I was kind of hoping for something more stylized, but it's certainly not awful and it could be a lot worse. But honestly, it's just hard for me to get super excited about this announcement as a whole. I feel like the whole The Offenders joke might work better if the Marvel Netflix shows hadn't just been massacred. And to give them credit, according to their Twitter account, this has been in development since at least February 2017, so it's not like they could have known. I mean, honestly, I'm just frothing at the mouth for Marvel to make something as beautiful and thoughtful as Daredevil again. And so far I haven't seen anything like that in development, movies or TV. I'll be honest, the absence of that show has left a gaping hole in their lineup, my excitement for their projects as a whole. But honestly, I'm just sick of hearing this show is cancelled, or this pilot isn't moving forward, or this show is stuck in development limbo. And a Marvel Netflix parody wasn't exactly what I was looking for, even if I am happy that something's finally moving forward for once. But I think it's great Marvel's getting into adult animation, and I'm interested to see where this all goes. These do sound pretty good, even if I would personally prefer a Ghost Rider series or Daredevil revival over any of this. But there's no reason we couldn't have both. Based on how long this has been in the works, it's possible we could get some or all of these as soon as next year. Hopefully we'll still be getting more adult live-action projects from Hulu or FX in the near future. I'm glad to hear Hulu and Marvel's relationship is going strong. It certainly bodes well for Runaways. And I think there's a lot of potential for a whole animated universe here. I mean, there's an endless array of characters perfect for adult animation. Dupe, the Great Lakes Avengers, Slapstick, Forbush Man, and of course Deadpool. I feel like they'll give him a series after the Disney Fox deal is done. I still can't believe they canceled his series at FX. Really though, I think this is all a fun idea and I'm looking forward to it. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Are you excited for The Offenders? M.O.D.O.K, HitMonkey, Tigra, and Dazzler, Howard the Duck? Which one are you the most excited for? And what other characters would you like to see Hulu and Marvel give the adult animation treatment? If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and to subscribe for more if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.